Yeah, yeah. 2-3. Solo D. DWA, we gonna do it like this. Love. Get back to the season, yeah, it's time for 2-3. Miami sportsman on fire, kicking ass like Bruce Lee. Tua hit the weight room and got his tribe on his sleeve. Got some goals on his list that he gotta achieve. Matt D with the schemes, he supplying the dream. Rollin' Vic for defense, we bout to hunt for the ring. Buffet boys hit squad, we ain't thinking about Rodgers. Only Hall of Famer we acknowledge this year is Thomas.
Unreal play by Zach Thomas.
Legendary at the crib, what we do is historic. Ain't won a ring in 50 years, but not one season been born. We been steady building up, they been sleeping and snoring. We been repping for that aqua, plus that green and the orange. 305 South Florida, we the reason it's storming. Since we picked up Tyreek, why should our speed been important? Waddle pass, they gon' dance like a penguin when scoring. Running backs, run it back, O-line don't want no sack. They reload in beast mode to protect the quarterback. CBS recorded that, then the world syndicated. Put the league on notice, now they all intimidated. Took some L's from injuries, but now them boys rejuvenated. When they lining up against you, running through you, you gon' hate it. All the fans gon' debate it. Compare and contrast, the same conversation on a different podcast. I'm a Dolphin for life. 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 Who that?
So low, so low, so low, deep. So low, so low, so low, deep. DWA, that's Dolphins with attitude. MSM, that's Miami Sports Music. Make sure you subscribe.
This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers, let's go.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the folk. Singing this just to
What up, baby?
Time to grind, time to shine.
It is Clock Blockers, the #1 Miami fan morning show, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Good morning to my family, and my Finlaws. What's going on? Today's show presented by Tailgreeter. Download the app today on your current Crapple or Apple or Android devices, whatever it is you got. What's going on? Make sure you follow Tailgreeter at TAILGREETER on all social media. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. I am your host, Stephen Daniels. You can follow me on all social media at Stephen D. SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. Good morning to everybody that is in the chat. I'm going to get to y'all in a minute. I've been seeing y'all up in there. Been saying some really nice, beautiful things about me. I appreciate that. Know how to make me feel good. Man. I appreciate it. Hey, you can follow Miami Sports Music everywhere at Miami Sports Music, except on X, formerly Twitter, at MIA Sports Music. On your way in today, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button, man. Hit it. Or lady, whoever it is that's watching, your mama, your grandma, your kids, your niece, your nephew, whoever's watching, hit the like button, man. Just hit it. Okay? It's Wildin' Out Wednesday. Super excited, man. Love this day. Love this show. I just love it, man. It's good. It's good. It's good. Super excited. All right. Hey, if you want to sign up to become a member today, there are plenty of seats waiting at the table for you to become part of the family. Okay. Family. Make sure you guys sign up today to become a member of the family. There are plenty of seats waiting at the table for you. I would love to get 2 new members to the channel. Okay. Or if you used to be a member and need to be a member again, sign up. It helps the channel grow. Okay. We can't grow without your help. Also, hey, look, if you want to help the channel grow by donating, couple different ways you can do that. You can use the YouTube live super chat, which is the $ below the bottom of the chat, or you can also use Cash App or PayPal, which is $MSM Podcast Network or MSM Podcast Network right here. Use the QR codes that you see on your screen. Want to give a big shout out to a couple of sponsors of the show, ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports, the #1 place to get your cards, jerseys, balls, and hard-to-find items. Make sure you follow ZSM Sports today. And Tailgreeter, as I just said, you can download the app on your current Crapple or Android devices. Make sure you do it. It's free. It doesn't cost anything to download the app. All right, we got a great show lined up for you today, man. It's Wildin' Out Wednesday. It's Wildin' Out Wednesday. It is a show that is made for the fans by a fan. And what does that mean? It means a couple of things. Number one, we get wild, okay? If you've never been part of Wildin' Out Wednesday, there's a couple of rules for Wednesday, okay? Wednesday's different from every other day of the week here on the channel because it is an opportunity where you, the fans, get to get up here and control the narrative. Whatever you want it to be, you get to talk about it. There can be 10 people at once up here, and it can be what we call utter chaos. Okay, chaos. All right. So, there's a couple of rules to the channel. Okay, on Wednesdays. Okay, number one, we have official timeout and bans. Couple different ways it happens. It's a way to help raise money for the channels. $10 for 10-minute timeouts, $50 for day bans, $100 for week-long bans, $250 for a month-long ban. Although nobody's ever done a month-long ban. There's a couple different ways that you can come back from a timeout or a ban. If you pay double or somebody else pays double on your behalf. So, for example, if you were timed out for 10 minutes and somebody else brings you back at 20 minutes or pays $20 to bring you back, you're back from the timeout. Okay. Or if somebody paid $50 to ban you for the day, you can pay $100 to come back for the day. You or someone on your behalf can pay to bring you back. Once that happens, the original person who banned or timed out that person can no longer ban or time out at that level. They must move up to the next tier, but anybody else can ban or time out at that level, at any level. Okay. Remember, this is for fun. It supports the channel. Enjoy. Don't take it personally. All right. This is a fun show. We like to have fun with it, and that's how we do it. Okay. Now, a couple different things. Swear jar's in full effect today. Okay, swear jar is in full effect. What does that mean, Stephen? What is swear jar? Swear jar, every cuss word you say on the show is $1. If you drop the F-bomb, it's $2. Once you get to a $5 limit, I kick you off until you pay your swear jar fee, okay? Now, there's people in the chat that are going to be calling you out, okay? We got Level 2 New, we got Chef Zhu, we got a couple people. Now, if you donate $25 to the channel, you get a swear jar pass automatically, which means you can cuss whatever you want. Okay. Now, the reason we have a swear jar pass, just to be fair, is because we like to try to make this safe for work. All right. That's all. And family content, because people like to listen to this during their job and stuff like that. That's all. All right. Now, I know sometimes on Wildin' Out Wednesday, people like to get dirty and they like to get in there, and sometimes the swear words start coming out. So I understand it. I get it. So you donate $25, you don't got to worry about it. You get to $5. If you haven't donated the 25, I kick you out till somebody, you or yourself pays your swear jar fee. Okay. All right. Now, last but certainly not least, no name calling towards each other unless y'all know each other. There are certain people that I know each other, and sometimes I know that they're gonna go at it a little bit, and it's all in jest, it's all in fun. But if I start seeing people get really personal with each other, I gotta cut it out. All right, this is for fun. Just remember that. Okay. I know I gotta tell y'all Dolphin fans that sometimes. All right. Now, With that being said, let me say hello to the people in the chat, especially one in particular, the man who just came back to the channel, Mr. 1234Eps. Welcome back to the channel, Eps. Thank you so much. I'm excited you're back, baby. Super excited. Welcome back to the family. Although you never left, man. You're always part of the family, Eps. You always will be. I appreciate you becoming a member again. Means a lot to me. We got IMAX up in the building. We got Trucker Sean, Suedo Spike. Let's see, Gabriel Sosa. What's up, baby? How are you? Daniel Taylor. We want to make this YouTube channel family friendly. Let's have a good, clean debate. No personal attacks. Let them go. Okay. Hey, man, look, it's all good. Maria Caramello's in the building. Aldo said, look, Pete ain't even up here yet. He said, bye, Pete, just getting an early jump on it. Wow. Aldo said, bye, Pete, already. Pete ain't even get on the channel yet. It's 10:16. Pete's got to wait till 10:26 to get on this morning. Boy, Aldo coming in early. He's like, I'm ready today. I'm ready today. I like it. I like it. We got Zach Turk in the building. Who else we got? Already said Maria Carabello. I love Maria. What's up, Maria? How are you? We got New Finland. We got Ryan AP. We got Teal Dog 12. Teal Dog 12. Aldo has my vote for VIP. No, it'd be FIP. Fan. No. FO. Well, I understand what you're doing. I understand what you're doing. Kevin Lee's in the building. What's good, Steven? 4 days till Miami football. Let's go. I know, man. I like it. Adam Sadowski's in the building. Who else we got up in here? Who else do we got up in here? Finzaholics. Batman is in the building. Batman texted me this morning. Dude, I'm here for literally I moved next week. If anything that can go wrong does go wrong, Murphy's Law, anything that can happen will happen. It's happened. Our water heater messed up in our apartment and flooded our hallway. Not flooded, but it's super wet. It's, I guess you could say flooded the carpet in the hallway. So yeah. And our dryer's not working correctly in our apartment. And it takes it's going off every 3 minutes. So we can't get laundry done around here. We're trying to move, man. And it seems like the apartment's telling us, get out. It's time to go. That's what it seems like it. But yeah, it seems like anything that can go wrong will go wrong. So I've been dealing with that this morning. I had the apartment people here this morning. That's why I'm a little late, because they were vacuuming. And although there's that carpet is still soaked in water. Yeah, just crazy today. Just been crazy. Let's see who else is up. Taz 88 is in the building. What's up, man? Cold showers. No, you know what I said? Water. Did I say hot water? The AC unit. The AC unit. Okay. It's not the hot water. It's the AC unit. So the AC unit is what messed up. And that's and I guess it I don't know how an AC unit floods a carpet. But I guess that's what it is. I said hot water heater. It's not the hot water heater. I apologize. I'm glad you called me out on that. Apps. Cold showers, no. It's the AC unit. Although cold showers aren't that bad. They're not that bad. Okay? They're not. They're really not. What else? Anything else? Is this it? I think this might be it. Okay. All right. I'm going to drop the link, and everybody can get on and hang out and be part of Wildin' Out Wednesday. AC froze up. You changed the filter, bro. Suedo Spike. Okay, well, look, I don't know this. I don't know this. See you later. How do I get a wrench after my name? Can you please drop the link, Rick's Bar? Rick, how do you get a wrench after your name? Here's what you do, my guy. You sign up to become a member. Okay. If you want to get a wrench after your name, the people that might have wrenches that are currently members used to be members of the channel, and I need to go through and take away their wrench away if they're no longer members. But yes. Nikki says AC felt betrayal. Nikki, don't feel betrayal, Nikki. Nikki, don't do that. Nikki is the one and only Mr. Ryan Keeling's Mrs. Wife, the best. I love Nikki. Nikki, don't get mad at me, okay? There's no betrayal. I am moving to Mississippi, okay? There's no betrayal here. Gosh. Okay. All right. Anyways, yes, I just dropped the link in there for you, Rick. That's for you, or the link to sign up to become a member, okay? Ryan AP says, I'm going to re-up my subscription. I like it, man. Mark Newman. What's up, Mark? Mark was in here. You know what Mark said this morning? I'm going to tell you what Mark said this morning. Mark said, I love this show. I stopped listening to radio when I found this channel. My man, he said he just stopped listening. He said, there ain't no need. There ain't no need to listen to radio no more when I got Stephen D. If I get a wrench, I'll give supercut discounts. Ooh, Allie's toupee is out there. A lot of people going to feel betrayal after just Sunday, just saying, no worry, Stephen D. Things happen. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. I'm dropping the link for the chat today because it's Wildin' Out Wednesday. All right, here we go. Dropping the link. Let's go. Let's get in there. All right, the link is pinned to the top of the page. Talk Dolphins. Football game this Sunday, week 1 in LA. Yeah, man, it's going to be good stuff. It's going to be good stuff. Mark, I appreciate the kind words. And then Ep said, yeah, it's great. I've known Stephen D for a very long time. He's a good person as well. He's a good show. Good show. I appreciate it, man. Trucker Sean says, Stephen, as I told you, I no longer listen to Stern as I was over a 40-year listener. Trucker Sean stopped listening to Stern for me? Trucker Sean. Trucker. Come on, baby. Kevin Lee's a DWA loyalty member. Let's go. Kevin Lee, welcome. Welcome back, baby. Welcome back. I love it. Trucker Sean out here not listening to a $100 million man. Hey, Batman, you hear that? They stopped listening to Howard Stern for me, baby. Although I would like to make Howard Stern money. I'm just saying. Batman.
Morning, Stephen. Morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and wonderful and clear, sir. What is up?
Well, I know they already got a ban already going for Pete, so I wanted Pete to come out here and explain himself. But
Pete's got 4 more minutes in the back. Aldo didn't even let him come in this morning. He's already gone for 10 minutes. Rick Sparr's in here. Boy, we got Rick Sparr now. Rick Sparr, let me give you a wrench, Rick Sparr. Bam. I'm
going to say, Steven, look, what I thought was going to happen happened, and that's going to be a topic of conversation for the entire day. I took a little mini vacation. I'm back today. I've been off since Thursday. I think it was the last time anybody heard me say anything about the Dolphins. But I'll tell you this, Steven. Liam Eichenberg being named the starter, or at least on the depth chart.
Named the starter.
Hey, okay, at least on the depth chart.
He's first on the depth chart. Come on, bro.
What does that mean, Steven? What does that mean, Steven?
Bro, here's the thing, okay? I'm telling you right now, Isaiah Wynn. Look, worst case scenario, Eichenberg plays the first snap and Isaiah Wynn comes in. I don't understand why they are not even the beat reporters are saying Isaiah Wynn's gonna get he's gonna play majority of the game. Like, what are they doing?
Steven, my problem is this is Greer.
Lester Cotton as the backup center? Come on, baby. Come on. I love y'all, but what are y'all doing?
Listen,
what are y'all doing?
I've been saying it. I don't care because we all know Isaiah Wynn has been balling. Everybody's been saying it. Even people, including myself, going to camp. I've seen it in the games, preseason games. They're seeing it. But if they roll out Liam Eichenberg out there and they're shoving him down our throat and trying to tell us that he's going to be the starter, Steven, again, this is Greer forcing his hand like he did last year. That's why Applebaum said deuces to the team. This happens. We have an issue.
Time out. Applebaum said deuces to the team?
Yeah, man. He was being forced to play these trash players, man.
You do realize that Applebaum had to have Frank, who's our offensive coordinator? I can't think of his name for the last name. Frank Smith be in the room all year because McDaniel couldn't trust him?
Yeah, that's what we've heard after. But listen, Steven,
Come
I haven't
on.
heard any of that. I haven't heard any of that. I'll put it that way. I haven't heard any of that. But I will say, Steven,
What do you mean
look,
you haven't
we
heard any of it? He said it in the press conference. He said straight up, he said, man, I'm excited that Frank's going to get out of the offensive line room this year because I had to have him in there with Applebaum. But now that we have Butch Berry, I can have Frank help me, implement the game plan more, and he doesn't need to be in the offensive line room as much.
All I'm saying, Steven, we can cross our fingers. We can hope and pray that Isaiah Wynn gets the majority of the snaps. We can hope all we want. Let's hopium. We can hope. But if they force Leo Meikenberg down our throat, we're gonna have
I got enough hopium for the entire fan base. Okay, I'm packing for days, baby. Okay.
If Leo Meikenberg is the starter and he plays the majority of the game, that will be the excuse that we are going to use and we're allowed to use for the rest of the year.
Is this coming from the same person or same type of people that were telling me, oh, don't worry about the depth chart at the beginning of preseason? It means absolutely nothing. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to say I'm not worried about the depth chart before the season even starts. I understand what it says, and I'm telling you right now, Isaiah Wynn's going to get a majority of the snaps. Shake Money said it doesn't matter. Like Green Rat said, we have Tua.
We have a Tua. We do. We do have a Tua, but we also have Leo Meikenberg protecting him. Let's not forget that.
A couple of things here. Batman hasn't heard any of that from his sources. According to Noob, Manalo says Batman can't be bothered with facts and statements. Gets in the way of his narrative. Shaking my head. And then Noob said, is this today's show? Batman making up takes? Batman, do you have any response to these gentlemen here?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Now we're calling them drug addicts, Noob and Manalo. Hey man, I'm just saying that's not going to work out well for you. You're not going to win that fight. Okay, Manalo, Noob, I didn't say those things. That was Batman. Get him, not me. Okay. I didn't do nothing. All right. I didn't say nothing. I ain't do nothing.
Steven, let me ask you a question while I'm up here because I know you're busy. Like you said, you got the move coming and you got the pipes bursting this morning. What I was going to ask you was, you're coming down for fan week, or you still don't know yet?
No, I'll be down there for fan weekend.
Are we gonna do because like I was gonna go to Orlando that weekend, but then I was like, wait a minute, no, we got a game. The Carolina game is that Sunday. So I was going to ask you, are we going to do the whole thing with Cameron and Dirty Sportswear? Because I got the whole weekend off, and I'm down on co-host to help you.
Yeah, man. We'll do Friday at Dirty Sportswear. Saturday, Perfect. We're going to Friday night, we'll be at Lulu's Bait Shack or Lulu's Bait Shop. Saturday, I'm sure there's something planned. We originally were going to do a stand-up comedy thing, but I've been so busy I couldn't get that together, and that's my fault, just for everybody who knows. And then Sunday is the game, and the game's going to be, the tailgate in the game, and that's going to be.
Count me in for Friday. I'll be there. I'll be there.
And then post game, just like every post game, Tootsie's, baby, going to Tootsie's.
Right. That's right.
Going to Tootsie's afterwards.
That's where you celebrate.
You cannot not go to a Dolphins game and then not go to Tootsie's. Okay.
Plus, it's like free entrance. I think with your game ticket. I think
it is. It's free entrance with your game ticket. Okay. You just got to have a pair of backup. Actually, no, I don't even think you need to worry about that if you go in right after.
Yeah, you could go with your Dolphins gear, no issue, shorts. It don't matter as long as you go straight from the game. They don't care.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now.
I've heard from a friend. I haven't been there, so I've heard from a friend.
Hey, look, Batman. I'm just telling you, Tootsie's is the place to go after the game. They got the best food there. Definitely going there for the food, nothing else. Going there for the food, nothing else. Right?
100%. 100%. The food and the games that are going to be playing the afternoon games.
I know. You go to the 1:00 game and you hang out, and then you go watch the 4:00 games at Tootsie's and maybe the beginning of Sunday Night Football, and that's how you do it. Okay, and that's how we do it. Okay. Yes, I will be down there for fan club weekend.
Yeah, count me in for Friday morning, man. Like I said, I'll be there bright and early. I'll be there
at Dirty Sportswear. I hope a lot of people come to Dirty Sportswear. It's going to be fun that morning.
Hey, we had a blast last year. Let's not forget. We had a blast.
Aldo's going to have to come out and bring us some subs and cake again. and we'll get the people over at Vesa Sword to get us some beer, and it'll be good. Trucker Sean says I'm coming too. All right, so hey, Friday morning fan club weekend, Dirty Sportswear live. Okay, we're doing it.
Let's go. Yeah, we had a blast last year. Solo came, MCJB, Andrevius, Nando talk.
Trucker Sean says Trucker Sean, where are you flying into? Fort Lauderdale or
yeah,
Miami?
I think he told me Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. Well, I mean, number one, come Thursday night. Everybody come Thursday night so that you can just come straight to the Dirty Sportswear. Okay.
Yeah, the Dirty Sportswear is a lot of fun. Like I said, Steven goes live.
We won't be in until Saturday. I hope there's stuff going on Saturday afternoon and night. Well, Nikki, you need to come a day early. You and Ryan need to come a day early. Okay. Tell him I said that. Okay. That's what I said. All right. Anyways, where's everybody else? It's 95 people watching. It's Wildin' Out Wednesday. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Get up here, okay? Get up. Let's go. Where's everybody at? It's Wednesday. Noob, you say that you're going to control the next couple of Wednesday shows. Let's see it, man. Where they at? Where they at? But where they at though? Yeah. Get up here. Link is pinned to the chat.
It's true that these guys, I heard Skylar Thompson is trying to do a change in his career, and he's what's going on? Yeah, we're ready for the weekend. San Diego, yeah. Skylar Thompson changed his number, Steven?
Skylar Thompson did not change his number, but he did change his number on the depth chart to 3. That's a fact.
That's what I was trying to get to. That's what I was trying to get to.
Batman, how far is the airport to Dirty Sportswear? I want to say it's like 10 minutes.
20, no, like 20 minutes, give or take. 20? Like 20 minutes. Yeah, like 20
minutes. To Oakland? Okay.
Yeah, like 20 minutes. Not bad.
Manza Chill says, this is my 4th Dolphin show this morning. Your 4th Dolphin show? What?
Yeah, everybody did morning shows today. Everybody did, including CB83.
Oh, CB83 cheating on me, huh? Huh? You hear me, CB83? You out here cheating on me? I'ma see you. I thought you was my boy. You was my boy, Blue. No, I'm just playing. I think I saw him doing film breakdown. It was pretty dope. I listened to a little bit of it. He was good.
There's Color, Miss Fins.
Yeah, Miss Fins. Yeah.
Color, Miss Fins, and CB83 this morning.
Cup of color, and then CB83. I mean, and then Miss Fins, and then CB8, and so that makes me 4. That makes me the 4th. Well, I mean,
yeah, but you're the originator. You're the originator.
I'm the OG, triple OG.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as people know that.
Trucker Sean flies in Friday morning. He said.
Is that what it is?
Is that what he said in the chat?
I'm getting a private call. Give me 1 second.
Oh, I get those every day. I don't answer them. Yeah, everybody jump on the panel right now, man. Let's chop it up. Jump on the panel right now. It's going to be a good one. I'm coming for Pete.
That was Penske Truck calling me to confirm my truck. That's why I got to pick up everything right now because I don't know.
What is the move, Steven?
My move, well, I'm actually thinking I don't even know if I'll be able to do next Wednesday's show. I knew the following one I wouldn't be able to do, but now I'm thinking I can't do this one because I got to go pick up the truck Wednesday, and then I got to load the truck Thursday, and then I got to leave on Friday to head down to Mississippi, which I think is going to take me about 3 days to do with a big truck and a car on the back. And so I don't think I'll be back up and running till probably Wednesday or Thursday of the following week. But I'm going to try to get somebody for every day that for the morning show. They want me to try to get fill-ins for the morning show. So I think I'm going to do that.
How do you feel about the move? How do you feel?
Oh man, I hate moving. This whole thing sucks personally. I mean, I'm excited to move. Don't get it twisted. I just don't like moving. Like this whole process is horrible. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Because everything's got to be like meticulously done and the packing and like like it just looks crazy right now. Like I got to figure out how to take all. Like I got to figure out when am I taking all this stuff down. You're about to see a no background here soon. Aldo says should have moved to Miami. Should have been paid. Hey, I would have loved to have done it, Aldo. It's expensive. I don't know if you know this or not.
Yeah, that's the homie 1, 2, 3, 4 Ebbs. Welcome back.
I came up, Batman, because I said hi to you in the chat. You didn't say hi back. What the heck's going on, bro?
Hey, I'm on the freeway.
Like that, Batman.
I was on the freeway. I was doing 70.
Okay. As long as you were driving, bro. Okay. How you guys doing, man? How you doing, Batman?
Pretty good. Epps is in the building on a Wildin' Out Wednesday.
I was thinking about the Liam Eichenberg thing, and I think this may be I honestly think this may be Liam's last chance to, maybe revitalize his NFL career. I think they might be giving him just the last shot, dude. I mean, he was a second-round pick. And, as far as the depth chart goes, it can be changed at any time. You know what I mean? Isaiah Wynn can come in.
I think it's irrelevant. I really do. I think it's irrelevant. I think that putting Eichenberg over Isaiah Wynn has more to do with I actually, to be honest with you, I really don't have a theory on why they did that. I choose not to believe it.
I think they've been trying
believing that Isaiah Wynn is the left guard.
I think they've been trying to move Liam. I think they've tried to move Liam. They haven't got any offers for him. They haven't got any kind of anything for him.
That's a good theory.
He was a second-round pick, and they want to give him a last chance to maybe revitalize his NFL career, put some trade value on him. Maybe who knows?
Look, he's the number one guy on our depth chart. If you guys want a really good guard,
that's what I'm saying. So like I said, the chart is fluid.
Hey, look, I don't care what nobody says. My man found a sucker for Noah Igbenogany, and if he can find a sucker for Noah Igbenogany, I know he can find a sucker for Liam Eichenberg.
I think in the end we got suckered for Noah, but
what do you with Kelvin Joseph?
No, I mean with a first-round pick.
Oh well, I mean, look, here's the reality of the situation. We cut our losses, but I'm okay with it because look, I'm gonna tell you right now, Kelvin Joseph will do more this year for the Miami Dolphins.
Boss man fat.
Noah will have done his entire career with us.
We got Kelvin Joseph, but he's Boss Man Fat, the rapper. We got Teron Armstead raps. We got whole music.
Yeah, but they ain't got nothing on my boy Solo D.
Oh hell no. Solo been hitting hits he's been hitting hits since 2000.
For years, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
for
Solo.
Years.
Hey, to be fair, Steven, last year I remember Durham Smythe was put ahead of Gesicki on the depth chart, if I remember.
Durham Smythe was put ahead of Gesicki on the depth chart.
Yeah, I remember first game. Yeah, first depth chart that came out.
Was Gesicki injured during training camp?
Nope. He wasn't injured. Gesicki still started, but he was Durham Smythe. Yeah, Durham Smythe did get put ahead.
I honestly think this depth chart with Liam is more of like a.
Hey, Batman, do you listen to the YouTube link and then hop on to the StreamYard?
No. Well, I got an echo?
Yeah. Well, go out and come back in.
All right.
See if that makes a difference.
That's why I think this
Close everything. Close everything and just open up a StreamYard link.
But that's why I think this Liam thing is more of a, hey, this is our number one guy. We're giving you a number one guy. And just in case you want to throw a little trade bait out there or something of that.
It's a theory, Epps.
I don't know how good of a theory I don't know how good of it. Yeah, it's a theory. It's, and who knows? Maybe Liam goes out there and we go against the Chargers run defense.
Hey, Epps. Ain't nobody else in the background, so I got to bring him on, man. Mark, what's up, Mark?
I don't have any problems with Mark.
Hello, Steven. Well, first of all, wishing you best on your move to Mississippi. And I want to get some great pictures and see the new house, man. But, something you and I have been talking about ever since, free agency and everything. And you had assured me that, don't worry about the Dolphins' offensive line. Chris Greer's assured me, don't worry about the offensive line. You must be, and all. Let me lay out here.
Mark, that's what I was told.
This is a joke. This is a continual running joke. You want to call yourself a Super Bowl contender? Build a football team. Build depth.
Whoa, whoa.
I don't know.
Mark, hold on, Mark. Well, I'll take this, Steven. Sit back. Hold on. Mark, you want to call yourself a football team, dude. Listen to this. Hey.
Mark, you got to
Guess what, dude? If let me ask you this, Mark. When's the last time Josh Allen didn't play a game since you guys got Stephon Diggs? Even with the elbow injury. How many games has he been out?
None.
How many, Mark? None. So if he goes out, guess who you got? You have an Allen, but it's not Joshua. It's Kyle. And let me tell you another thing.
So what?
So what?
We all understand. We all understand that. We all wait a minute. X. I'm talking. It's not you.
You're talking about a football team. Let me finish, Mark. You're talking about a football team. Von Miller last year, your pass rush was unbelievable, but as soon as his ACL got hurt, your pass rush was ass. And guess what? Von Miller is starting on the pup list. So what do you think your pass rush is going to be this year, Mark? Your safeties suck. Everything about your team sucks. I mean, dude, come on, bro.
Okay, fine. You're welcome to your opinion, like any human being.
I invoke the vote to get Mark off.
I second that notion. I came in here just to vote him off.
Mark,
thank you.
Vote off. Mark, don't come at me because you know what.
All right, thank you. Because you really didn't have to have him on here, Steven.
If anybody,
nobody else, it took Mark to bring you guys. You didn't want to come on.
Listen, Steven.
Off to vote Mark.
Steven, before you sit there and you bring Mark on, I'd rather listen to you read a poem from Edgar Allan Poe. Okay.
First of all, Edgar Allan Poe poems are great. Okay.
Exactly. They are. They are amazing.
Literature. Okay. Because
that's why I said I'd rather you do that. I think Edgar Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe to put him in the.
First of all, I'm not disrespecting Edgar Allan Poe. I think he's absolutely amazing, and I'd rather listen to you read a poem from him before you bring that Muppet up here.
I mean, look, I would like to not have to bring on a Bills fan in order to get you guys to come onto the panel. But
sir, I'm not doing this. I'm going back into the gulag.
Specifically came on just to vote him off, not to come on to talk and be part of Wildin' Out Wednesday, but just to vote him off.
Hey,
so listen, Lewis and I have done our service to this community today, okay? I don't know what you're talking about.
I was willing to 1v1 Mark. I was willing to 1v1 Mark. I would have finished him, bro.
I want to know what you did.
Fatality, bro. That's all I'm saying.
We came on to get rid of Mark. That's our service to the community.
We were 1v1 and he was about to get knocked out. KO.
No. Don't waste your energy on that. There's bigger fish to fry.
Vaughn, actually, man, Vaughn, how are you and your family, man? I haven't talked to you.
I'm doing fabulous. As you can see, I'm at work and I have a meeting to get ready for in 15 minutes, but I just refuse to listen to Mark talk.
I'm glad to hear it, Vaughn.
So that's why I came on. So I got to get ready for this meeting in 15.
Man. Stay blessed, brother.
Will do. Fins up.
Fins up.
Gotta love Vaughn, man. Gotta love Vaughn.
Lewis, what's up, Lewis? Not Lewis. What's up, buddy? What up? How are you, man? Hey, Lewis, I got your best friend Batman on too.
I see Batman and that, man.
I'm with some OGs here. I feel blessed myself, bro. Lewis, Batman, Stephen D.
Gabriel Sosa says Von Joe likes Josh Allan Poe.
I'm with celebrities here.
Hey, Lewis, has Von Joe still been trolling since Thursday?
Nah, man. Von Joe never trolls, man. Von Joe's my guy.
Von Joe doesn't. Hold up, Von Joe never trolls. Come on,
you should have heard him on Thursday. You should have heard him on. You should have heard him, Steven.
Never troll.
Y'all ain't gonna get me up here talking crap about Von Joe.
Von Joe was out here saying that Tua wins up a Super Bowl. He's over Marino hands down.
Hey, Batman, I do have something to ask you.
That's the craziest thing I ever heard. Just saying.
What's up with you and Andrevius, man? Andrevius seems to coming after you, Batman, like everywhere.
All right, let me explain the situation because
I'm ready. I'm all ear because I'm deaf out of my left one, so I only got one good one. So I'm all ear, Batman. Please allow me to understand why Andrevius
it's all Lewis's fault, to be honest with you.
Oh, that sounds.
Let me explain.
What?
Right under the bus, bro. Right under the bus.
Let me explain. Let me
hit reverse and went over him again.
That's what I'm telling you.
Let me explain what happened. So Lewis was the head of this, kumbaya that we started in the Dolphins community, right? And Andreas didn't want to associate himself with some of the people that we're doing the kumbaya with, which we're all for. Hey, peace, let's move forward in the community. let's end like, certain beefs that we have with each other. Andrevius didn't like that. And he's mad because it's when he comes into Twitter spaces, if one of my co-hosts has him blocked, he's not allowed to go into space. But how do I know that? You get what I mean? How do I know that these guys got him blocked or they still have him blocked? So he's mad because
So are
the
you
only place
saying that Andrevius is whining?
Yes.
Lewis.
You can't speak on this because it seems like Batman's
Lewis,
trying to...
is this Xgate or Twittergate? Is that what this is, Lewis?
I don't know what's going on. I ain't got nothing to do with.
Look, all I know is I just wanted to know, but now I understand.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling if I ask Andrevius is going to choose violence, and it's not going to be good for Batman.
I can tell you once
Batman, I'm just saying, I don't know how this is going to work out for you. Okay.
Once Andrevius doesn't like you,
and by the way, Noob says peace, BS. How many times in Batman Spaces does D1 imply Pete's kids are retarded? How many times does EM threaten to bury someone? Color in particular. Batman isn't a peacekeeper. Hey, we get what? Hey, what's going on?
I've ended a lot of beef in the community. I've ended a lot of beef.
Hey, he's saying you're the pot calling the kettle black, bro.
That's exactly what he said.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm the Michael Jordan of ending beefs in the community.
But so. I do like that you're trying to have peace going forward with certain people. But let me tell you, sometimes Batman, there can't be no peace, then.
No, I know.
There's no peace, man. Sometimes peace is just not an option.
And that's all love between me and Dre. Dre's just trying to be funny.
There's always an option.
There ain't no beef. Me and Andreas, we've been trying to get a drink for the longest, so there ain't no beef between me and Andreas.
Nah, Andreas, at the end of the day, Andreas is a good dude, man. Trust me.
Did Dylan Brooks get ejected from the game and the FIBA tournament?
You got a bird in your house, Steven? You're bringing with you to Mississippi?
No, I ain't got no bird. That's Batman.
That's probably me here. And hey, by the way, Steven, I'm like 2 minutes away from Dirty Sportswear, where I'm at working right now.
Von Joe says Batman is the worst peacekeeper I know.
Woo! Batman, they calling you out on your piecework, bro.
All right, hold on. Let me get my here it goes. Where's it at? Andrevius to the panel. Andrevius to the panel. Cage 1989 is saying you need to come to the panel. Report to the principal's office. Thank you. Okay, that just happened. Lewis, why are you paused? Why are you paused?
I think he froze up.
He froze, Lewis. Lewis froze.
I will say I've listened to a couple of those spaces, Steven, and even I don't go in those, man. Those are too wild for me, bro.
Hey, man. Hey, they are pretty wild. I will admit they are definitely wild. There's something else. All right. So what do y'all think about the national media not picking the Dolphins to go to the playoffs? What is y'all's takes on that?
Last I looked, PFT had us power rankings in the
PFF had us ranked the number 5 team in the NFL.
Yeah, power rankings. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of people. There's a lot of competition in the AFC. It's an easy way to say the Miami Dolphins aren't going to do it because Tua gets hurt every season, and we've had this issue, that issue. You know what I'm saying? Our running backs, this, that, and the other, Jonathan Taylor, Dalvin Cook. It's easy to cop out and say the Dolphins aren't going to make it and put somebody easily like the Chiefs or the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? There's just so many easier other teams to cop out and pick than the Miami Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. Like, if you're an ESPN guy, you don't like, unless you got clout, you don't really want to go against everybody else and say, I think this is going to be this, that, and the other. You know what I mean? You're going to look like a fool.
You got to Batman spaces Stephen D SKPL to be toxic. What? I don't understand that. Repeat that again, Joe.
I think a lot of people not having us not make the playoffs is the blind leading the blind, bro.
I'll be honest with you. With the roster that we have, I find it hilarious that national media members are saying that we're not even. You're telling me we're not even, like, we can't even get the number 7 seed?
Especially when we're power ranked at 5.
Like, we literally, like, I understand.
Like, you have a receiver that
I understand two things. I understand the offensive line issue, and I understand the depth issue. But I will say this: the Dolphins had the same offensive line issue that they had last year, and still had a top 10 offense.
Yeah, the offensive line.
Like anything changed there.
The offensive line's not that bad unless they get hurt.
Do I sound better, Steven, or am I about the same?
No, you sound better now. And the second thing that I find interesting too is CB83. Oh, you out here doing the number 3 Miami morning show? I heard cheating on me, CB83. Get up here, man. Get up here with your film breakdown self. Okay. Anyways, yes. So I find it funny that they're doing that, and I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. Just saying. Batman, what are your thoughts, man, about the national media having us not in the playoffs? Most of the people.
I don't care what Pete has to say, Steven.
I didn't say Pete. I said national media.
Yo,
my
Pete,
bad.
Pete got y'all doing tricks on his shit, bro.
Well, you still.
Listen, it was an inside joke because the thing is, Pete, he goes with the narrative the national media has. So, but nah, I don't care.
I don't
Look,
think
at the end of the day,
Pete does not go with the national media.
That all of Pete's takes are what the national media says.
I don't think the national media thinks Skylar is the best.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure nobody in the national media ever said Skylar Thompson was the savior of this franchise.
Yeah, dude. And Chris Brooks.
Nobody ever said that.
And Chris Brooks is going to be rookie of the year. I mean, let's hold the brakes. The national media is not saying that.
Wait, hold on. They said that wait. So Pete now is on the Chris Brooks bandwagon now?
Oh, he's been on the Chris Brooks. I don't know if he said. I'm not saying that he said that rookie of the year, but he thinks Chris Brooks will be the best runner on this team next to Mostert, I believe.
Oh, he might.
If I'm mistaken, Pete, I'm sorry, but I think that I know Pete is a big Chris Brooks advocate.
Pete, there's this guy named Devon A-Chain. Maybe you've heard of him.
Steven, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes, Steven.
What are you talking about? Pump the brakes.
You must not know who this guy is, but it's all right.
What, Devon A-Chain?
No, I'm not talking about A-Chain. I'm talking about Brooks.
He's out of BYU, right?
I'm not saying I don't like Brooks, but to put Brooks ahead of A-Chain in talent
Chris
or
Brooks
anything
did not
for that matter.
I'm not going to lie.
Right off the bat, no.
I'm going to tell you right now. Neither one of them have played a snap in the NFL regular season. But I can tell you right now, Devon A-Chain or the Christopher Brooks couldn't beat Devon A-Chain in checkers.
Well, hey, you know what? Guess what round Isaiah Pacheco went in?
7th.
Exactly. So I mean, like, dude, these guys, they can come out of the woodworks. And Chris Brooks, to Pete's point, he did not look bad in preseason, bro.
Yeah, but that's my issue. It's not Pete's point. He's just feeding off of somebody's narrative.
No, I get that. But I'm saying Pete obviously agrees with it. So I'm saying, to Pete's outlook on Chris Brooks, it's not a craziest take I've ever heard.
Manalo says NFL ESPN headquarters decision makers are stationed in New York, living in a self-reinforcing echo chamber. That's fair. Like, I know New York media is all over the Jets' job.
Like, I know we've had a lot of Jared Dokes. What was the guy I was on last season?
Hey, Jared Dokes made
Condre
White
made the Buccaneers roster, I think.
Yeah, we've had a lot of guys that we've all hyped up and stuff, and Chris Brooks kind of feels like another one of those guys, right?
No, that's what Lewis. That's Lewis's narrative. I think he's a lot better than that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think that Chris Brooks has looked a lot better than these guys. Chris Brooks has done a lot of things that I've seen that and I've watched some of the highlights you can find on YouTube. You really can't find a lot of them.
There's not many.
But he does look like a pretty good runner, man. Ball carry vision. He's hard to tackle. I mean, the guy has a little bit of acceleration. I mean, he does not look bad. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility that he could break out, especially with a lackluster running back room that we have, that one injury away from Chris Brooks maybe being
hold up a lackluster running back room, guys.
Well, we have two healthy running backs. We have two healthy running backs.
He's not lying.
Fair.
That's
not fair. Lackluster.
It is, man.
They've never been in their life.
Raheem Mostert's good.
Steven, simple question.
Let me tell you something.
Have any of these running backs ever done anything in the NFL in their career?
There is a reason that the Dolphins didn't pull the trigger on Dalvin Cook, Jonathan Taylor, all those other people that they went after, because it's not a lackluster running back room. It is a good running back room.
There's also a reason why they went after every possible running back in this offseason, Steven. There's also a reason for that.
Steven, obviously,
to be fair, all of them, like Jeff Wilson, Raheem Mostert, and Devon A-Chain alone, are probably literally all number 2s on any other team.
Well, Jeff Wilson's
that's 3 number 2s at the top of your depth chart.
Yeah.
And then you still have Alec Ingold and Chris Brooks. All right? So Alec Ingold and Chris Brooks, I mean, Alec Ingold is probably the second best fullback in all of the NFL, if not the best.
No.
Okay? This is at least second best.
No.
And
Kyle
Juszczyk maybe is the best. That's
Rashad doesn't like running backs. I forgot about that.
And then Chris Brooks there's a high ceiling for him. A lot of people
when I say lackluster, Steven, I mean we really honestly only have 2 healthy running backs right now. If you think about it, that's my point. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't see why Greer hasn't gone and just signed a Kareem Hunt or somebody just for depth. I mean, Jeff Wilson's agent did say he's going to be back by week 5, but that's his agent saying that. Who knows?
How many running backs do you need to go into one game?
At least 3.
How many times have you seen
many
2
running
running
backs?
Why do you need 3?
How many times have you seen 2 running backs get hurt in one game?
The system gets hurt. The running backs get hurt.
Not all.
Rashad.
2 running backs get hurt in a game?
Now, I'm not saying.
Name the last time.
Lewis, what are you saying is unbelievable?
I'm not saying most of it's bad, but
what are we arguing about now? The running backs?
I'm saying the depth, Lewis. The depth.
Quote unquote, I just heard from Epson Batman that this is a quote lackluster running back room.
It is.
Right.
They haven't done anything in their career, Steven.
Well, let me ask you
lackluster.
this. What has Kareem Hunt done the last 3 years?
He's been
Don't
great.
worry, we'll wait.
He's been great.
He's been behind Nick.
Wait. He hasn't been better. He hasn't been better than Mostert.
Stop.
Hello?
He's been a superstar.
Has he been better than Mostert?
All right,
y'all just want stop.
So two things. Number one, the reason that they've been looking at every running back is because all the 6 or 7 running backs they've looked at this offseason are better than what they currently have on their roster. There's no arguing or denying that. Nobody's saying that. But what I am telling you is most running back rooms most of them might have 2 2s and maybe a 1 and then a couple of 3s as far as strings are concerned, right?
Steven, we got the worst running back in the league. Let's
3
cut it
number
out.
2s in their running back room.
No,
let's cut it out, Steven. We got the worst running back in the league.
Indianapolis Colts have way worse running back.
Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson have both been primarily number 2s in their entire career, and Raheem has been number 1 in some places.
The Colts have a way worse running back room than we do.
Raheem Mostert has 1,000 yards last year if it wasn't for the coach, but no one wants to say that.
Lewis, I want to get something straight. Hold on, Lewis. I want to get something straight.
And Devon, and look, I'll say this now. I know Devon A-Chain hasn't played a snap in the NFL, but I already think, based on what I've seen and heard, that he's already good enough to be a number 2 in the NFL. He's already good enough to be second.
I want to get something straight too. When I say lackluster, I don't mean Mostert's bad, because I don't think he's bad. I don't think Ahmed's bad. I think that our depth is going to be a problem by November. And that's what I think.
I don't think A-Chain is the number 2. I think he's good enough to be a number 2. But because of what we have in our backfield, he's the number 3.
I'm saying by November. By November, I think we're going to have problems with depth.
Steven, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Okay, let's say we get into the playoffs. Can you trust these running backs?
No, we're not trading again.
If we get into the playoffs,
if they get us to the playoffs,
consistent
yes.
and not
if they get us to the playoffs, yes.
So to be fair to the question, Anthony, my answer is we made the playoffs last year with them.
Exactly. What are we talking about?
Could I finish my question?
Hold on.
I never.
And to Lewis's point, the reason that Raheem didn't have 1,000 yards last year wasn't because of Raheem. It was because Mike McDaniel stopped running the ball at certain times.
Talk about it.
No.
What I do know is 2 things. I know my head coach has straight up told me that I'm going to stick to the run more this year and not abandon it at certain points, which means I should see more. The run should go up this year. And number two, I think that from what I've heard, Raheem Mostert's the most healthiest he's been in the last 3 years.
In fact, that's a fact.
And he put on weight.
Okay, no, but Steven, could I finish what I was trying to say?
No, hold up, Anthony.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Dre?
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Batman was talking about you. I just want
What
you
did
to
he say
know.
about me? What did he say about me? What happened?
He talked about
What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? What did he say? What did he say about me?
Batman said that you are absolutely positively the most positive person in all of Dolphins.
That's not what I heard.
Hell no, he didn't say that.
Dre, he's lying. What I heard, I'm gonna tell you
What
right
happened?
now, Dre. Hey, Dre, he said when he sees you, it's on site. That's what he said.
On site.
He said it
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Batman.
I'm trying to lure
to help
Jay
you,
to get
Batman.
He
I'm
said
trying
it's
to
on
lure
site.
Jay to get a drink.
It's
bro.
like that, Batman, on site.
I called him a Skylar Thompson fan. That's what
He
happened.
said
you're
I'm a Skylar Thompson fan? Oh, wow. Damn.
Andre, you're a Skylar Thompson fan? I didn't know this, man.
Listen, I will have my lawyer, this is libel, this is slander, this is illegal,
Defamation.
defamation of character. I don't like any of these accusations I'm going through today.
I heard, Andrevius, is that you and Pete have the same sources.
Oh shit!
Damn, we got the same
Gas
sources.
station,
I mean, I got some sources, guys. I got some good sources. That's all I'm saying.
No, I said sauces. I didn't mean sources. I said sauces.
Listen,
That's Mo.
I'm 1 for 1 on sources. I told y'all my sources said that Chris Greer told Chris Ballard to kiss his black ass. He ain't giving him all that shit. And what happened? Tell me what happened.
Swear jar.
Tell me what happened.
He didn't trade for him. He didn't trade.
Exactly. Chris Greer said, "Kiss my black ass, Chris Ballard. I ain't playing with your ass."
Hey, I got a question, Anthony. Are we trading Xavier Howard for a running back, Anthony?
No.
Somebody pay Chris Swear jar before he gets the fight.
Steven, before y'all get crazy, I gotta go, man. I just want to say it was a pleasure to be up with all you guys. Drake, good to see you again, brother. Back.
Where the hell you been?
I've been,
Right, exactly.
man. I've been rehabbing my shoulder, and I'm getting better, man. I'm good, but I got something I got to do today. So,
Hey,
yeah,
man. Shout out to you and your family, man. Hopefully
Yeah,
everybody's
that's-
healthy.
Yeah,
Get
man.
healthy, bro. Get
That's
healthy.
I need you to explode one time before the season starts.
Yeah,
all right? So you come back.
I will explode. Yeah, I will, but not now, man. Not now. I got too much. I got too much love in my heart for this panel.
As a matter of fact, I want to see Epps and Greg get up here at the same time and explode together at some point during this year.
You know what's funny? We never see Epps or Greg on the same chat. Are they the same person?
No, they are definitely not. I can tell you that right now. Aldo got Andrevius' swear jar. Shout out to Aldo.
Listen,
I want to
listen,
know.
guys.
I want to know what's going to happen. What's going to happen when Batman sees Andrevius? Because what I heard again,
I heard it's on site.
I'm gonna buy him a beer. I'm gonna buy him a beer.
Guys, I told you all the time, I don't fight. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. You know what I'm saying? If Batman want to beat me up, that's Batman problem. I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the authorities. I don't fight. I'm calling the authorities.
Are you gonna snitch and call the popo? Is that what you're gonna do, Andre?
It's only snitching if you are engaging in criminal activity yourself. If I'm a victim, I can tell all day. I'm a law-abiding citizen who is a victim of a crime. That is not snitching. I don't know what G code you going by, but a law-abiding citizen who is a victim of a crime is not a snitch.
Hey,
sorry to say.
Where's Dade County when you need him? Where's Dade
I'll tell
County
you this.
when
I'll
you
tell you
need him?
this,
Where's
Andre.
Dade?
I'm gonna
Where's
buy
my
some.
boy Dade?
I'm gonna get some Vesasur Mango beer. We're gonna drink it at Dirty Sportswear.
All right, just don't beat me up, man. I got brittle bones. I got brittle bones.
No, but Steven, what I was trying to say earlier with the running backs, like
Flipside's asking you, how are you going to talk all that trash and not be a fighter on Dravius?
Anthony Mazzano was talking about injury, y'all, before y'all.
He said we should trade Jalen Ramsey with Jalen Howard for a running back.
No, Batman. What I was saying, Steven, let me clarify what my question was. Is can you trust these running backs to be consistent enough? I know they got us to the playoffs, but in the playoffs, can you trust them to stay consistent enough where they don't disappear? Is what I'm saying.
Can I tell you
Weren't the
something?
reason they disappeared last year. Head coach Mike McDaniel was the reason the running backs disappeared last year.
Raheem Mostert, last game in the playoff. Well, not last game, second to last game in the playoffs. He had 220 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. I'll take that any day of the week.
Wait. What was this with the
versus
49ers
the Green Bay Packers? It was the 49ers. He had 220 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. I think it was 2020.
Was this one game or multiple
This was
games?
one game.
Okay.
One game, 220 yards.
He was also 27 years old. He was also 27 years old.
Hey,
He's been resting for 3
Vader
years.
asked, is there an excuse if Teron Armstead does not play on Sunday?
I heard he's not playing. That's what I heard.
No,
Is there
No excuses. No excuses.
No excuses.
No excuses.
I would rather him not play the Chargers. He looks so awful.
We will be okay. We got
That was
Liam
his worst
Eichenberg
game.
starting at left guard. We're good on the
Please
left
stop
side.
with Liam Eichenberg stuff.
We're good.
Please.
We're good on the left side. We're all
We
good.
did.
Have you not seen the depth chart, Steven?
I saw the depth chart. I don't believe the depth chart because everybody told me 3 weeks ago to not believe the depth chart. And now you want me to believe it 3 weeks later? No, thank you. Not going to do it.
He might miss week 1 due to injury, but remember, you don't lose your starting spot due to injury on this team. So when he is healthy, Mike McDaniel is saying he's the starting left guard. Unless he changed his mind.
Oh, Batman, please don't use Lewis's tagline. Because that is not facts in any way, shape, or form. That is hot garbage. Okay. Liam Eichenberg isn't even the best player in his league. Okay. Now that's where that's an accurate way to use it, Lewis. Thank you. Yeah, he's not even the best player in his dreams. And that's a fact. Okay, so I don't know what we're talking about here about Liam Eichenberg. Liam Eichenberg?
I heard he got a new nickname. They call him a Pro Bowl bird. That's what I heard.
Hey, I'm not there yet, but I'm close. And wait till you hear what I'm about to say. I'm not there yet, but I am on my way to feeling that I would almost rather have. I'm about to say it. I'm about to say it.
Don't you say Jesse.
I think I would rather have Jesse Davis over Liam.
Oh my God.
Are you out of your rabbit ass mind? Seriously.
That guy's wanted.
You would rather
for
have
murder
Jesse
here.
Davis at tackle?
That man is wanted for murder here in Miami, Steven. He's still wanted for murder.
Attempted murder.
I'm just messing with you guys. Come on.
Whatever you're smoking, give it to me, Steven. Whatever you're smoking, give it to me.
Off. I'm not going out. That man went many reps without touching players at all. Like, here's the door.
Does Jesse Davis currently have a job?
Hey, Lance McDonald said that's cap.
I think he's in Minnesota. I'm not sure.
I would rather have
he went home. He went home to Flores.
I think he went last year.
Who's the guy that we had here that was our backup center and guard that went back to the Patriots? I forgot his name.
Ted Karras.
Yeah, Ted Karras.
I would rather have Ted Karras than Liam Eichenberg.
Yeah, but Ted Karras is better. That guy looks like a Pro Bowler next to Liam Eichenberg.
Cesar said Jesse said Cesar said Jesse couldn't block cement.
He couldn't block air.
Couldn't block cement. That's great.
Jesse can't block on Twitter. As much as we made fun of Gesicki, at least he could block on Twitter. Jesse Davis probably would get a notification like
Randy P says Jesse Davis at guard was okay, just not Jesse Davis at tackle. Liam is trash all around.
That man's gonna be
Did Reisner get signed already, or is he still a free agent?
Who?
He's a free agent.
He's done.
Nobody's
Let him
getting.
retire.
Look, I'll say this, and I had to come to grips with this. If they're not signed by now on the O-line, they're not good enough to be whatever they need to be.
That's cap.
No, it's not. And here's why. The NFL, there is a legit problem in the NFL right now with the amount of capable offensive linemen in the NFL. Like it is.
He's still active.
Steven, Dalton Reisner
there's not enough good offensive linemen in the NFL for good offensive linemen to still not be on a roster.
Steven, Dalton Reisner is not an exaggeration. It's not trying to be funny. He is 1,000 times a better player than Liam.
All right, guys, who was the guy from Cleveland that was the NFLPA that we all wanted for a long time?
JC Treader.
Okay. And we said all the time, JC Treader, blah, 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 blah. We said for 2 years. We said for 2 years, JC Treader should be a Miami Dolphin. Tell me why that man didn't even make an NFL team.
2 years.
Well, he was was the president of the NFLPA.
But we all were like, JC Treader needs to come to Miami. Do whatever you can to get JC Treader. He's a free agent. No other team signed him, and then he ended up retiring.
He didn't want to practice. He didn't want to come to the Heat to play in the Heat.
But no other team wanted to sign him. He's that good, and the's that many issues at O-line. And
Reisner's an all-pro.
No, I'm telling you right now, Dalton Risner, the grass is always greener on the other side, right? And now, to be fair, I would have loved to taken a flyer on him in training camp. I said we should have, right? I wanted DJ Fluker in camp to see what he could have done. But if they are not on an NFL roster right now, they are not good enough to be on.
You know what it is, Steven? No, I don't think it's not his. It's not that his talent is not good enough.
Yeah,
maybe he didn't want to budge from his price tag. He wanted to be the highest paid guard in the league.
He ended up retiring because nobody would hire him.
Dalton Risner. I'm talking about Dalton Risner.
JC Treader would have found a damn job.
JC Treader didn't find one. What are we?
He would have. That man would have. He decided to retire because.
What are we talking about? Franklin Stubbs says false. Steven Risner ain't coming here because he don't. Why is Dalton Risner still a free agent if there's this many issues on the? Everybody's talking about on every social media, on every national media, how their offensive line is bad or it's not great or they need to have more. Every NFL team is there. Every NFL team.
Steven, Dalton Reisner could probably start for every NFL team. If you really want to be serious.
On an NFL roster.
He doesn't want to budge from his price tag. That's why, Steven. He wants to be the highest
that
paid
might
guard
have
in the
something to
league.
do with it.
That ain't got nothing to do
Whoa.
with
Highest paid guard.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
He wants to be the highest paid guard in the league.
No, he doesn't.
All right.
That's not even true, bro. The highest paid guard is like $20 million. How is he gonna? Come on, Anthony.
Who told you that, Anthony? Where'd you get
that?
I'm just talking to myself because.
Where'd you hear that, Anthony? Where'd you hear that?
No. Why I'm saying that is because that's the reason. If he does,
shut your mouth. Just listen. You're sitting here telling me that of the 30+ teams in the NFL, that you're telling me there's not one that is willing to pay Dalton Risner what he's asking for, whatever it may be. Okay. And when there's this much trash at O-line in the NFL right now, because that's what I'm hearing.
Most GMs don't want to be paying a guard that much money.
Most GMs have an issue at O-line. What are we talking about?
Steven, it could be a couple of things. Look, maybe one, he didn't want to participate in training camp. He's a veteran. He does want $9.5 million, and he could be contemplating retirement. That could be all one of those three things that could be the issue. That's tell me that he ain't good because that man could start in 28 of all the NFL teams. In 28,
yeah, and he's an all-pro guard. He's an all-pro.
That's cap.
Yeah. He's an all-pro guard. How do you say his talent is?
Everybody on this panel right now disappoints me that
Lewis doesn't like O-line. Lewis doesn't like O-line.
Don't say everybody, Steven. I'm siding with you, Steven. What the hell are you talking about?
Well then, everybody but Lewis. Y'all, I don't understand how y'all believe that, even for a minute.
Believe what?
If there's an offensive lineman that's in free agency right now that is not signed to an NFL team, they are there because they are not good enough. They're not.
I'm convinced.
How is Dalton Risner not good enough? He's an All-Pro.
I'm convinced.
He's
Lewis,
not on an NFL team, Anthony.
I'm convinced Lewis wants to see Tua get hurt. I'm convinced.
What?
I understand. I understand what you're saying, Steven, but
no, you don't.
How is he not good enough if he's an All-Pro?
Hey, Andrevius, do me a favor. When you see Batman, whoop his ass for saying some shit like that. Whoop his ass.
When was he All-Pro? I'm looking on his resume. I don't see it.
Yeah, his PFF grade last year was pretty awful. So if he's demanding a lot
I think
of
what
money,
Anthony's trying to say, he's a Pro Bowler. That's
what do you want, Ryan? What do you want, Ryan?
I don't even see a Pro Bowl.
You're talking about my
I don't see a Pro Bowl on his record either.
I'm what, Ryan? What am I saying?
You're talking about that offensive line. You know I have to chime in.
I know. Well, go ahead. What is your take on this?
I know we have a top 10 center.
We used to.
Please.
Y'all keep saying
Mr. Yips, you mean?
So Dalton Risner has 0 Pro Bowls under his belt.
I can't find it.
There's an option that y'all are leaving out
You
as to why these guys could remain on side.
Very fake news.
So, Ryan, let me ask you a question, Ryan. If there's a free agent right now, if there's an offense, let's use Dalton Risner as the example. Do you think Dalton Risner is good enough to be on an NFL team if he's not signed by now?
So there's a bunch of reasons why.
State, man, he playing with Skylar Thompson. He's garbage.
Steven, Liam Eichenberg is on the NFL roster. I believe anybody.
Hey,
there are multiple
men could be on the NFL roster at this point.
Go ahead, Ryan. I want to hear Ryan.
There are multiple reasons why players, not just offensive linemen, but why players in general, veteran players in general, aren't on rosters at this time of the year when they are good enough to play. And there's some of them is BS. But one of the reasons that nobody's talking about is when you got veteran guys that know they don't have a lot left in the tank. They're roster shopping. They're waiting to see that roster where they can get some playing time and get that ring.
It is all right.
That's what they're looking for.
That's what Eric
get these guys
did
that wait. You get these guys that wait until an injury happens, or until the end of the season to see who can get them that ring.
Here's the thing. If this was 10 days ago, I think I could have heard that theory and been like, all right, I concede to it. We're 4 days away from the start of the NFL season.
No. You missed what he said. Steven. You missed what he's saying. It's the same thing that happened with Eric Fisher. It's the same thing Ndamukong Suh did last year.
No.
Players want to see who's going to the playoffs and where they can.
Listening is fundamental. Guys like Leonard Fournette, guys like Ndamukong Suh, guys like there's a couple people in the secondary that come to my that I can't think of their name off the top of my head, but I know they're straight veterans. And the only reason that they are not on an NFL roster is because they know at week 8 or week 7, they will know who the contenders are, and they will be able to go to those teams at that point. An offensive lineman does not have that same luxury that a defensive tackle has.
Yes, they do.
Or a secondary. No, they don't. Listen.
Yes, they do.
Let me land my thought. And then I'll let you guys rebuttal. An offensive lineman does not have that same luxury. For 2 reasons. Number one, most offensive line, I think, if I read correctly, there was like PFF and CBS Sports and NFL Network, and I know how a lot of us feel about them, but they said like 65% of the NFL's offensive linemen are like straight hot garbage. So you're telling me over 50% of the NFL's offensive line is garbage? And you guys don't want to pick up the phone and call Dalton Risner or DJ Fluke or whoever and pay them whatever they're asking for. Because here's the reality.
But they're asking. They're asking to play for that team that they know will give them a shot.
Please let him finish.
If an offensive lineman is good enough to get paid what they're asking, they would have already been paid. One. Number two, okay. Because offensive line there's not enough of them in the NFL. There's just not. That's why, like, real quick, just as a side note, we talk about expansion. I would never want that to happen because there's not a good enough player. Like, it's going to dilute what's already here. So again, offensive line has a serious problem with quality offensive linemen in the NFL. And you're sitting here telling me that if guys haven't been signed 4 days before, and by the way, the one position that needs to gel more than any other position is offensive linemen. They need to know blocking schemes. They need to know all this stuff. They have to be in camp from the beginning.
Land already, Steven. Damn.
It's going. This is my show. I can take as long as I want in the air.
Taking us to church.
I think you're missing your platform, man.
And then land as long as I got the gas to do it.
You putting people to sleep.
Well, you're not. You're about to miss your landing.
Same thing 5 times.
Look, I'm telling y'all right now, if a team was, if player was good enough to play in the NFL,
you said that already.
They would already be signed to an NFL squad.
But you saying that is completely ignoring my point. It's not up to the team. It's not up to the team to offer them the money they want. If they're not after the money, they're after the ring.
I want you to understand what you're saying, Steve. You're saying that the available offensive linemen out there aren't better than the backups in the NFL. That's what you're saying. You're saying Dalton Risner, DJ Fluker, some starters aren't better than Eichenberg. That's what you're saying. You know that, right?
CB83, do you agree with me or them? Yes or no?
The boogeyman is here. What? So what's the situation?
You have been listening?
I've been listening.
This man thinks Eichenberg is better than Dalton Schultz. Whatever his name is.
Dalton Risner. Dalton
Risner. Yeah, there we go.
So my take, CB83, is that if an offensive lineman of quality was good enough to be on an NFL roster 4 days before the start of the season, they would already be there. They are obviously not good enough. Unlike, and I get what Ryan's saying. Ryan's saying, hey, veterans like Ndamukong Suh or whoever, they're going to wait till halfway through the season. Offensive linemen don't have that luxury because, A, the position doesn't allow them to have that luxury, and B,
but they do.
There's not enough quality offensive linemen in the NFL to begin with, and there's enough teams with draft capital that would easily call Dalton Risner and say, hey, you want this? We'll give it to you, man. This is what you want. We'll give it to you. There's obviously more than enough teams with cap space to be able to pay these players. If they are not here, it's because they're not good enough.
Bringing up.
So,
I feel like you're contradicting yourself, Steven, by saying that the position is a very needy position. That's a premium position, and then acting like they have no leverage to do what the hell they want.
I agree, but if they were good, they'd already be on a roster.
But if they don't want to be. Not if they don't want to be.
So if they don't look,
an NFL offensive lineman not want to be on an NFL roster right now
because they want to find out who can get them the ring.
If they don't want to play football, they don't want to play football. This is my thing. Every team has holes in their offensive line. There's no team that has like an outstanding offensive line. There's going to be guys that are better. There's going to be guys that are okay on the line. Like what you guys got to understand about our offensive line is that we were top 6, even though you guys say we had a bad offensive line. Like, how can you be a top 6 offense or have a offense in the top 10 and have a bad offensive line? It's not possible. Is it possible? Steven, I just don't. It can't be possible.
Here's how I feel. Is our offensive line good? No. But is our offensive line average compared to what the rest of the NFL is? I mean, I think most of the NFL's offensive lines are trash. I mean, and us included. So
I don't say trash.
I mean, come on, bro.
You can say average. You can say middle of the pack. Like I think our offensive line.
I don't know if we're towards the end of the pack. I don't know. We're not dead last.
I think we're middle of the pack.
We're middle of the pack.
And I think we got to wait and see.
Steven,
I think we're middle of the pack, and I think with Mike McDaniel calling the plays, he tries to put his guys in a position to be successful. So I think with the scheme and with the guys that we have, I think we can be successful, and I think that's what we saw last year. Even with guys off the street who we thought would never play for us and play meaningful football, they came in when Armstead was down. They came in when other guys were down, and they were good enough for us to win games with. Like, why are we crying? Like, I feel like this is something we shouldn't be crying about at this point. But we added another 4 or 5 guys to the room.
No,
hold on, Steven.
To the offensive line room.
you brought up Armstead, and that brings me to my next point that counters your argument, Steven. You're talking about how offensive line is the most important when it comes to gelling together and all that kind of stuff. But you look at our own line with Armstead, he doesn't participate in training camp. He almost never practices, yet the line is better when he's playing on game day. There's no gelling going on there.
Are you talking about arguably a top 5 player at his position in all of the NFL?
I'm talking about a veteran lineman. I'm talking about a veteran lineman that knows how to play the position, that doesn't need to gel with the guys on the line with him in order to play the position well.
That's a bad example, Ryan, because
it's not a bad example. It happens on every line in the league.
Ryan, here's why it's a bad example. When he's healthy, 95% of the time, when he's healthy, he's on point. There's nothing to say about Teron.
Let me ask why Ryan's wrong. Hold on. Man, you said because he knows how to play. Steven, CB, they know how to play the position too, bro. That don't mean that they're going to line up and go block somebody.
Yes.
Just because you know doesn't mean you can go and do it.
No. When is Teron ever healthy?
Look, nobody on this conversation right now knows how to play offensive line.
Our offensive line, our offensive line ever healthy? Our offensive line is middle.
Just because you know how to do something doesn't mean you could actually go out and do it.
Hold on, guys. Hold on real quick. Mr. Negative, I like your point of view on this because I want to hear what you have to say on this deal.
Well, I just think we're all dreaming if we think Greer's going to upgrade Bird like with Liam and whatnot. This is his draft pick, right? He's stubborn. He's going to go hell or high water to prove that he can play in this league. And Risner's a way better player than Liam Eichenberg. Come on, like what are we talking about here? Like, I mean, Liam Eichenberg is awful. We all see it.
But Mr. Negative, let me interrupt and ask you. If Risner's so good, why isn't he on any other roster already?
He's waiting for his payday. He's waiting for the right opportunity.
Man, he's not ready to play, man. He doesn't want to play.
He's not good enough to play right now.
Steven, so you're telling me that if Miami checked in on Dalton Risner, right, and they graded him up worst takes ever, not better.
Bro, y'all keep pushing this narrative like we need offensive linemen.
So, by the way, I'm saying 2 separate things here. Number one, when it comes to the Dolphins, I said 3 weeks ago, yes, call DJ Fluker, call Dalton Risner. Let's see what they got. Now 4 days away from training camp, the Dolphins, guess what, guys? I know we think the Dolphins are the best team in the NFL, and we love them, and that's great. And I'm a homer, and I love it, and I'm Mr. Hopium. But guess what? They're not the only Super Bowl contenders. So I'm telling you right now, if there was any out of the 31 other teams in the NFL, Dalton Risner's good enough to play. If he was good enough to play somewhere, he'd be there.
He would be there.
So here's the thing, Steven. Here's the thing.
It would be.
Our offensive line definitely. Our offensive line definitely. There's concerns, but 3 out of the 5 are solid. There's no way around it. 3 out of the 5 are solid.
Starters.
But yes, 3 out of the 5.
But one of those.
And if Isaiah Wynn starts and he's truly an upgrade and he can play well enough, then now we got 4 out of the 5. If we healthy,
he's terrible.
Who's the last one you talking about? Who isn't good?
Austin Jackson. Hopefully he plays better this year too.
Man, stop playing with my boy name like that.
Austin Jackson. I'm going to play his name until he proves me wrong.
Austin Jackson about to bring that funk this year. Y'all quit crying.
Man, I hope you're right. I hope
so.
The scheme will help Austin Jackson. He's not going to be on an island by himself trying to block guys. And
Did you see what the rookie from the Texans
if you look at how the Dolphins, if you look at how Mike McDaniels calls plays, there's going to be a lot of slide protection, a lot of plays where Austin Jackson will be hitting. And it just watch the game, guys. You'll be fine.
CB, I love you. You're my boy. But I've heard a lot of bad things about Austin Jackson this training camp.
That's not true. What?
Well, actually, I haven't heard that he's been bad.
Stop lying.
I haven't heard that.
Where'd you hear that?
I haven't heard that at all.
Let's be quiet. From where'd you heard that from?
We're talking about. Hold on.
Where'd you hear it from?
When we were doing when we were doing the live training camp shows on my channel, which were great, by the way. Shout out to everybody who helped out with that.
I haven't.
There were multiple times that we all were like, man, Austin Jackson is off to the side by himself. He's not really talking to anybody. When I did the conversation with Omar Kelly, Omar even said, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Austin and the team and the function within the team. It definitely seems like there could be something there. Now, he made the roster. He's there.
He's a starter.
But
he's a starter, Steven. If he was that bad, he would not be playing. Like, let's be completely honest with ourselves. A tackle is not one of
he's not bad or good.
But it's not one of those positions. Look, it's not one of those positions you play with. That can get your quarterback killed. If they felt like, hey, Austin Jackson isn't good enough, his ass would not be on the field playing. And I think Austin Jackson has showed them enough in training camp.
CB83,
yeah,
but
you got to.
But nothing in the last 10 years, and especially in the last year, has told me that I can I need to see more in order to believe this offensive line.
This offense was top 6 last year. What are we crying about?
The offensive line was not.
But that's all you need. You need
You're right.
Look, this is what you need. You need the entire unit.
Let me
retract it. Retract it.
Austin Jackson didn't even play last year.
Irresponsible.
Why are we giving him credit for the offense?
Thank you, William. I appreciate it. I apologize. I got the two white boys mixed up. I apologize. Okay. I apologize. Steven, take a break. You need it. CB83. Go ahead, man. You're taking over.
Oh man, they put you down. Hey, all I want you guys to understand is that the offensive line is a fluid unit, right? You gotta be working together. Mike McDaniel really makes this unit go, right? So he's responsible for putting these guys in a position to be successful. When Tua's running play action and stuff and bootlegs and stuff like that, Tua's got to know, hey, I don't have any help on that side. I got to get my head around quick and look for the guy. Mike McDaniel's going to put him in some of those situations. So the offensive line is not something we really should be worried about. I'm just worried about them staying healthy. They just got to be available. If this unit stays cohesive, like if they stay intact for the most part, and then we're not constantly switching guys out week to week, we'll be fine.
CB, they've already got.
We'll be fine.
CB, we got better when we set Eichenberg and Austin Jackson. We got better.
So, and I agree with that. Like Austin Jackson last year struggled. I'm not disagreeing with that. He struggled.
I don't even know if we can say Austin Jackson struggled.
Well,
he played like 20 snaps.
Exactly. So he
played like 20 snaps.
He struggled to get on the field and be consistent, right? So this year he looks like a different guy. That's what we can say. His body looks different. No, in a no homo.
He definitely looked like he's in shape.
It looks like he's in shape.
Phillips was killing him.
And Jalen Phillips should be killing him in one-to-one situations.
I seen Rashad, rookie throw him. That was nasty.
It happens. It happened
I can't allow
Look,
that.
I just watched film of the game last year. Tyron Armstead got through a couple times in the Chargers game.
Oh, he for sure did.
It happens.
By
it happens.
Nasty
right. So you got to understand that. So guys are gonna get beat. It's just a matter of being.
Yeah, you ain't gonna win every rep. Somebody on the other side trying to make a play too.
I can't see it every week. I don't want to see it every week.
I agree with you.
My thing with Armstead is once a rusher finds out their move on him, they can do it repeatedly, and he just doesn't adjust. He did good until he ran into Chubb, and they found out he can be bull rush. This monster of a man is soft. So then defensive ends start just bull rushing him.
And that's when he has to adjust.
Real quick, can I correct something I think I heard Steven say?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
He said something about Omar Kelly saying that Austin Jackson was off to the side or whatever. That wasn't Austin Jackson. That was Liam.
Liam Eichenberg. Yeah, it was Liam Eichenberg.
That was Liam. That was away and standing on the side and shit like that. Austin Jackson. That had nothing to do with Austin Jackson.
Hey,
so
get my dog Steven back on the show. Let's go, Steven.
He corrected himself.
It was Liam though. It was Liam.
I said two very bad things. All right, two things you got to realize. I'm exhausted. Okay, I'm just straight not here in certain areas.
Nobody cares about your exhaustion, Steven. It's week one. It's week one. We don't care about being tired.
Look, man.
If we gonna criticize Austin Jackson for losing a battle, we gonna criticize you for being tired. Get your ass up.
I know Austin Jackson is black too. I said two white boys. My bad. I'm just not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna keep myself quiet for a couple of minutes.
Nah, you good?
I'm
you
off.
good?
I'm
You
off.
did say that. I was like, who's the other white boy he talking about?
Look, the only thing that really matters is that there ain't no Jesse Davis on this line anymore.
Exactly. There ain't no Jesse Davis out there giving up the
Eichenberg is still here. I don't know if y'all know that.
Man, Eichenberg,
Eichenberg ain't no Jesse Davis.
But look, Eichenberg.
Rashad, you really believe Eichenberg gonna start? Like for real?
When
healthy, I think he could start.
When healthy, I think he's gonna get that starting spot. I don't think he's healthy.
Was he
right
not
now.
healthy in camp when they were taking all his reps?
Before
the injury. Wait, hold on. And nobody can still tell me what injury because it's not a real injury. His coochie is hurt.
They said Liam was dealing with something. They didn't say what it was.
He said his coochie
They said he was dealing with something.
My pussy hurt.
Hey, stop talking about Liam like that, bro.
Steven, what did the Dolphins say last year about injuries?
That they happen.
You can't lose your starting position.
You don't lose your job to injury, so Liam will probably be the starting guard because you don't lose your
That's why
job.
I feel like they put Brendan Jones as the starter.
Can you lose your job to bad play though?
If you're not on pup,
learn the hard way, Chris Kerr,
this
that
is your
Liam
position.
Eichenberg sucks. We all know it. He doesn't know it. He's hopeful. Liam Eichenberg sucks, plain and simple.
I don't disagree. I also don't think he'll be starting.
Armstead gave up 1 sack last year, Rashad.
No, he didn't. He gave up more than one sack.
Drunk?
He had to give up more than one sack. I just saw a sack in the Chargers game. He's given up more than one. So don't say that. That's a lie.
Is Armstead going to start on Sunday?
Did you not see what? Hold on, wait. Did you not see what Bosa did to Armstead?
Yeah.
He talking about Nick Bosa.
Yeah, he gave up 3 sacks.
Or Nick Bosa.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Let's stop going in on the offensive line, bro. We gonna be straight. Let's get to the game first.
I actually agree with Stevie. I think our offensive line gonna be serviceable this season. I don't think it'll be like elite like Philly, but they'll be serviceable.
I sure hope so. I know week 1, whatever game plan we have for Cleveland, we need to have that same game plan. Erase them.
The game plan from Cleveland was run the football, erase the edges, put them edges in binds, and that's what we're gonna do with Bosa, man.
What about Matt?
So let me.
I'm worried about Matt.
Let me come back.
We had Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett last year on Cleveland's defense. They both are good rushers. We erased both of them, so we can erase Bosa and Khalil Mack.
All right, CB83. Let me ask you a question.
We can't erase them, but you can limit their impact.
Austin Jackson
put them in a bind.
Austin Jackson wasn't a part of that Cleveland game
for an extended period of time.
That's what I'm
Does
saying.
it not scare the hell out of you?
Who? Austin Jackson?
No, Teron Armstead.
Oh, Teron Armstead for an extended amount of time. It bothers me a little bit, but I think Kendall Lamb.
A lot.
Look. I think Kendall Lamb is serviceable
for a game or two. Yes.
Yeah. For a game or two, but I don't think
he's out for 6 weeks, 8 weeks.
You know, Teron Armstead's only
we
play
are
like
screwed.
12 games usually a year. That's what he gives us.
Teron Armstead has always been hurt. He's always been hurt since college, so that's not new to us. So we just
full season.
We got to get through a couple games. We get through a couple games without him, we'll be fine. We got Kendall Lamb. Kendall Lamb's been solid in preseason. He's graded out well. He's looked good. So, hey, give him a run.
Do you like PFS grading scale?
I don't. I rather grade them myself because they don't always know what they're looking for, know the context of the plays and stuff like that. So I think
you do.
I mean, no, I don't always either. But I rather look at the coach's evaluation. Because the coach's evaluation, they know exactly what they.
So do you believe the depth chart that came out, or do you think it's
no?
I don't believe the depth chart.
I think the depth. I think that's premature. I think it's just throwing something out there because they need to throw something out there.
Why would they put Isaiah Wynn behind Liam Eichenberg?
It could be. It could be a game. It could be. Hey. They want him to game plan for Liam, and they come out there and see Isaiah win, and it's totally different. I mean, you play the chess game.
You think it
could be? You never know.
Playing chess while these
they should do that with every player.
It's chess, not checkers, baby. I mean, you got a depth chart. Why change it?
I feel like we know Brandon Jones ain't starting, and he's starting on the damn depth chart.
Exactly, like he ain't playing.
He's not on the pup
It doesn't matter.
On the pup.
But it doesn't matter. He's not starting.
If he miraculously is healthy week 1, he's the starter.
That's an old depth chart. Just know that.
That's crazy.
It's an old depth chart, and they put it out, and we'll see what happens, man.
All right, hey, real quick.
All I know is I'm gonna be in LA.
Hey, you better be in there. Will us to that damn.
No. I'm gonna tell you this: if Liam is starting, unless Isaiah Wynn is dead, listen to me. Y'all better have some bail money for me because I'm gonna be in LA County Jail.
I told y'all we going to jail. LA, I'm telling you.
Real quick, I want to play this little sound clip from Devon A-Chain about getting playing time. And
where are you with your understanding of the offense and play calls and things of that nature?
Like coming in from rookie mini camps and now, I feel like, when you first come in and look at everything, you like this, you reading a whole lot of Spanish, but I've been here for we've been here 4 or 5 months, so I feel like, I got it I'm very understanding, and it's easy for me now. So ya entiendes todo. You said Spanish. Yeah, that's how I was looking for.
Are you healthy enough with playing against the Chargers? Looks realistic.
Yeah.
Where are you with your understanding?
Hey, so the reason I wanted to play this clip is because last year we talked about Eric Azukama a lot, and his talent was absolutely, off the charts in the preseason. And we know that he's a talented wide receiver. But one of the things that he admitted to, and the coaching staff as well, is that he could not understand the playbook. And so we have this rookie in Devon A-Chain who comes in here, and he basically just kind of confirmed. He's like, man, I looked at this playbook. It was Spanish to me. I had no idea what I was really looking at or how to do it. Now, Devon A-Chain's been here 4 or 5 months, and he said, quote, it's easy for me now. I have no problem. Like, I understand it. So my question to you guys, Mr. Negative, I'll start with you and then go to CB and then Dre and Rashad. What is your take about, these young guys or new people to the squad learning the playbook and understanding the playbook and them being able to be an effective part of the game plan for the Miami Dolphins? What is your thoughts on that?
My take is that it's going to take time, right? It's not just training camp. It's regular season's a little different. Teams are actually game planning against your offense, defense, whatever. So you have to adjust on the fly, right? To expect a rookie, running back is a different position, though, in my opinion, because it's a little bit easier to learn than say, a cornerback or, those sorts of positions. So I think that A-Chain, bring him along slowly. I don't think we need to depend on him to be, the man in the room. That's going to be Mostert. It's going to be, Jeff Wilson. And A-Chain will be kind of a change of pace kind of guy, right? Mid-season, I think, we'll know how much of the playbook he's learned, and how much up to speed that he is. The injury will set him back a little bit because, that's valuable time he's missing in practice. But I don't worry about him. I mean, running backs usually can pick up things pretty quickly. And, Mike McDaniel's offense is running back friendly. It's tailor-made around the running game. So, and scheme and whatnot. So I don't worry about him. The other rookies, I see them kind of being spot guys. I'm more looking at last year's rookies like Ezukama and Tyndall. They need to take a step forward. Tyndall didn't know the playbook, right? He came along slow. He wasn't ready. So we'll see what happens this year. I'm not looking for the rookies to make a big splash, but more of the second year guys because they've had a year with the same scheme, so there's no more excuses, right?
CB83.
Yeah, I think Mr. Negative hit on some key points. Running back position is just a much easier position to learn from a rookie standpoint. I mean, you're literally learning one position. Wide receivers come in, they got to learn X, Y, Z, what everybody's doing. There's a lot more to it. So instead of looking at one guy and what this one guy is doing on the play, you got to look at 3 or 4 guys and look at all the routes and the concepts and what they're supposed to be doing. So I think that's a lot more difficult than a guy coming in and playing running back because it's just an easier position to transition into. So, I mean, I think that's key there. So I expect him to know the playbook. He's a running back. All you got to do is hit the hole or run your route, whatever you got to do. So that's that. And in regards to the other guys, Cam Smith and all the other rookies, they're going to be brought along slowly. And I think that's part of the process, especially at the cornerback position. They got to get the reps. Hopefully those guys can come out and make plays for us. We need everybody coming in and just getting meaningful time, because I know late in the season we're probably going to have injuries that happen, and we're going to need some of these guys to come in, step in, and play major parts in order to really get us over the hump and get us to the playoffs, so we can make a run at this thing. So I think that's important for sure.
Dre, what is your thoughts on it?
Man, that man ain't lying. He a running back. It's fine. Find the hole, hit hole. Pretty goddamn simple. I think he'll be fine. I think unless we go out there and get one of those big name running backs like they've been flirting with, I expect him to have at least 750 scrimmage yards this season. He'll be fine. He will be impactful on the offense, and y'all need to stop tripping.
Rashad? Oh, Rashad don't want to talk. All right. Go ahead, because I wanted to give some pushback to you guys on a couple of things.
I mean, I don't expect him to get too many touches, probably about 4.
I think he's going to get 8 to 10 touches, Devon Achane, on Sunday.
That's you.
Damn.
He's like that.
We all know that the playbook is pretty difficult. I feel like the running back position should be the easiest thing out of everything to learn in that damn playbook. But yeah, he got some work to do. He didn't explode onto the scene in the preseason. Ahmed did. Chris Brooks did. So now you're like, fuck the playbook. You better put something on tape.
There, Jar.
Oh yeah, my bad. We need you to put something on tape, young man. Take advantage of your opportunities.
Yeah.
All right, let me give you guys some pushback. In this offense, running backs play out of the wide receiver role. They go to the line. I don't think it's as simple as you guys might think it is for certain like, I understand the running back itself. Hey, go, like what Dre said, go there, hit your hole, go. In this offense, though, running backs are lining up as wide receivers a lot, and I think it's a little bit more complicated. Here's my thought process on it. I'm very excited to see, what Devon Achane does and how he acclimates himself to the offense a little bit more than maybe Ezukanma did. And for me, I think that with Ezukanma, or any rookie for that matter on the offensive side, or any new person to this offense, I think that that's going to take a lot in order for that. Like, everybody talks about Jonathan Taylor coming maybe by whenever the trade deadline is.
Right.
My thought process on that is I don't think it's going to happen, because this is a very complex offense. I'm not saying Jonathan Taylor can't get it. I'm just saying if it's that complex and good players are, saying, hey, look, it took me about, what did he say, 4 or 5 months he's read the playbook, and he's good now. Jonathan Taylor's not going to have 4 or 5 months to read this playbook. He's going to have to get here and know it and learn it, and it's going to be a very small playbook on what he can and cannot do in an offense like this. I think the team as made right now is what this team is. I think there might be a player or two that comes in and you're able to do stuff. I'm interested to see how complex the defensive side of the ball is with Fangio, right? Like, this is not going to be a traditional style type defense. This is going to be he said, he's like, look, man, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to do some things that you haven't seen before. I've been able to watch the NFL for the last year with no distractions and sit in front of a computer and calculate and take notes and on every team in the NFL. So I think the defensive side is going to be in that same boat too, because what I do know is Josh Boyer was very basic and he was wrong a lot in his defensive schemes on top of that. Vic Fangio's not going to be like that. And I also know that from the offensive standpoint, Mike McDaniel has straight up said, I abandoned the run more than I wanted to last year. I think part of the reason he abandoned the run maybe was because of how complex the playbook is, and maybe the running backs weren't getting that. And so I think it's big to hear a rookie say, oh, I'm good now. I get it. I understand that. I've been here for 4 or 5 months, but I think you have to put into perspective as far as especially with the Jonathan Taylor situation. he's going to have a very limited playbook if he does come in at mid-year, because it's going to be, you can't open up the full playbook to somebody who doesn't understand it.
Well, I just a little pushback on that. I think Jonathan Taylor's already a pro. He's already professional. He already understands what an NFL playbook is, right? So it's just a matter of somebody telling him what he's supposed to do on the play. So I don't think there's necessarily he's going to come in mid-season and struggle with the playbook. I think running backs, they know typically what hole they're running to, or if it's a route, hey, Tua's going to tell him, hey, get into your route right now. You're running a swing route. That's just something he could do at the line of scrimmage. Running backs can get away with that. Typically, offensive linemen, receivers, and stuff like that, they have a hard time doing that because they're kind of working with guys. The timing's got to be right. The spacing's got to be right. For a running back, he's really not in the route concept. He's just a lone guy running a check down, running a route, running a swing route, running a check down in the middle of the field. So I think it's a little bit different in regards to that because they're kind of like lone guys on the field, like a lone ranger who's just out there trying to give defenses a look and make sure they key on them also and be a threat. So I think that's a little bit different. So I think Jonathan Taylor could get acclimated a lot sooner than you think he could if he came in midseason. We'll see though.
I mean, yeah, we'll definitely have to see. One of the things that I think is going to be interesting to see as we move forward into this week is the game on Monday. We're going to get a good vision of what Vic Fangio's defense looks like and what type of offense McDaniel's going to run. Because here's the thing, we're going to be in a lot of potential shootouts, depending on how the defense is, right?
Yeah.
With a lot of teams this year, and Herbert and this team can put up points, right? I think they're favored by 3.5. Am I correct? In Vegas, they're favored by 3 or 3.5 for this.
That could be the case. Usually, home teams are
correct.
Yeah.
So my question to you, as far as Herbert's concerned with the secondary, we'll start there. What do you expect the secondary to do with Cater Kahoo on one side, X on the other? And obviously Javon Holland and everything, and some of the people in the depth, like Cam Smith's gonna get significant snaps and playing time.
Well, I really just honestly, after watching some football, after watching us what we did last year, I want us to make it more difficult on these quarterbacks. We got to get guys reading through their progressions, getting to their second and third in progressions, and realizing that, hey, I don't have anybody, I'm gonna have to eat this. And that gives us an opportunity to get more sacks. So I want to see us be a little bit more physical at the line of scrimmage. And we don't have to be physical, but I want you to be in people's faces, pushing them off their routes, getting underneath them, and not just giving them free runs and free opportunities to catch the ball. We just got to be a little bit more in people's faces and just let them know, hey, it's going to be a long day. So, get it how you live.
I feel what you're saying, CB. I'm hoping we do some of the same, but I hope we do it the safe way.
The safe way.
I don't want to make it difficult. I don't want to be complex and try to run to
play the receiver safe and let them boys go get the quarterback. When it comes to the passing game, when the running game, I have faith. We know Eckler isn't the best runner, but he's a receiving threat. We have the athleticism in Baker and Long to watch them in the passing game. But in the run game, Christian Wilkins and David Long in the run game. Yeah,
should be shutting shit down.
But Davis, don't make it harder on the defense. Make it harder on their offense. If we gotta double some receivers, if we gotta bracket some receivers, okay. Herbert shouldn't have 4 or 5 seconds to get rid of the ball.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that at all.
I agree, Steven. I got to roll, bro. I just really wanted to come on real quick, show you some love.
Man, I appreciate you coming on, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Yeah. Y'all have a good one, man.
You too. All right, man. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. one of the things that I think is going to be interesting too. By the way, hit the like button, guys. Only 62 likes, 140 of y'all watching. If y'all want to get on, get a couple more people on, we'll stay on a little bit longer to keep on doing Wildin' Out Wednesday because it is Wildin' Out Wednesday. We're having a good show here. It's a lot of fun to talk about the team and the game this upcoming Sunday. Dre, let me ask you, man, you're going to be in the building. What is your expectations as a fan? You're going to be there too, Rashad. You're right. Yeah, both of you. I'll start with Dre. What is your expectations for this Sunday, man?
A win. I don't care how. A win. I just expect a win. I don't want to have that 6-hour flight back home after a loss. That's very depressing. That's a long flight after a loss.
That it is. I've been on those. I've been on a flight after a loss. It's no fun. I can tell you that. Rashad, what about you, man? What do you expect this Sunday?
Man, a win too. Same thing, but them boys better come out with a chip on their shoulder. They were abused last year. It probably don't seem like it, but them third down conversions, us having 25 passing yards in the first half, like that was embarrassing. I'm hoping they're embarrassed, and I hope they come out and remember what the coaches were saying after the game, how they pressed us. Come out and eat.
That goddamn graphic makes me depressed. Every time I see that graphic, 25 pass yards.
I was like, since Saturday, like after the Michigan game, I got pissed. I was fired up. I'm like, football is here. Dolphins, I am mad. I was angry for like 3 days, and I didn't know why. I knew it was because of football, but I don't know. I felt like I was a player.
Hey,
I felt
just
like
so y'all know, not Dolphins related, but NFL related. Nick Bosa is holding out and probably will not play Week 1 for the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh yeah, we know.
That
he ain't playing with their ass.
That's interesting.
I got the 49ers defense in fantasy, so
they did say that the Jets allegedly had reached out about potential trade, but nothing materialized.
28 teams have said they will pay Bosa the contract that he wants, which I believe is $31 million a season.
What up, D'Angelo?
What's up, Steven? They better get the win. You already know how I'm feeling.
Hey,
I don't care how I get done, Mr. Steven. They better get it done. That's all I care about.
I mean, look,
you know me.
I think as a fan, and this just coming from a straight fan perspective, I need the Dolphins to win. Like, I need to know that this is for real. I want them to come out there and make a statement and tell the world, hey, guys, we're here. We came to party, and y'all better get ready because it's going to be a fun one. If they come out and struggle, or they come out and shit the bed the way that they did in the first half last year, I'm going to feel some type of way. I'm going to feel like I've been lied to. I have to admit, Monday will be not fun. Hey, D'Angelo, you got music in the background there, Hoss. One of the things that I think will be interesting to see if they lose, okay, is how they respond to that. I don't want to learn that this early in the year. I want to know. I want to see a win. I want them to come out and make a statement Week 1 against the Chargers, make a statement Week 2 on Sunday Night Football against the Patriots, and be 2-0 going into Week 3. There's nothing I want more than that, because I feel like, okay, you went across to the West Coast, you played against a good football team, you went and played a decent defense on national television, you went and took care. I do not want to have been lied to. I want to believe that this team is legit and a Super Bowl contender. That's where I'm at.
I want dominance.
That's what I want. I want dominance, and I think anything short of dominance is going to be a letdown.
Year 2 of the offense. I'm tired of Tua coming out slow after injuries and bye weeks. Foot on the gas, straight out the gate. Just full throttle.
I could agree with that.
There are no more. What excuses we got? Oh, it's the second year. It's only the second year in this office. No, I'm not. No, you can't say that. Oh, he was hurt. No, he had a whole off season.
Yeah, he had a whole off season.
I don't want to hear none of these excuses, dog. Like, come on. Just put up or shut up. Or get cut. I'm not here to pay to it. That's your job.
Hey, Steven, how you feel about Mr. Matt White at the number 2 over Skyler too, by the way?
I mean, look, I'm okay with it, you know, and my thought, and I said this yesterday, and I'll say it again. He didn't even have to play to get the number 2 position. Skylar Thompson played his way out of the number 2 position, and those are facts. I don't want people, and everybody's like, no, his contract made him the number 2. Let's be honest. Skylar played his way out of even being considered the number 2. Those are facts. So I'm okay with Mike White being the number 2. I like what he, you know, brings to the table. I don't want to see him play but one game. And I hope that's week 17 because we're going to sit Tua that last week because we have clinched the first round playoff matchup in the division and all of that good stuff. So I want to see Mike White start one game this year, and that's the last regular season game.
I say cut them both.
No, I don't want to see cut them both. But
the same thing about quarterback, Steven. There aren't any better quarterbacks out there available. None in free agency.
There's nobody that's available that is worth. So here's the thing. Let's say the Dolphins are competitive in football games and Tua gets hurt. I'm going to throw this out there and people are going to kill me for it, but I think it's legit something that could happen if Tua gets hurt. If Tua legit gets hurt again, Kyler Murray's going to be leaving Arizona. They're not keeping him. And I could totally see the Dolphins saying, or if they're winning football games barely, or you know the defense is keeping them close, and if they just had a little bit more offense,
I don't think he can leave.
Huh?
I don't think he can leave.
D'Angelo, I'm gonna put you on mute real quick.
They owe him. They owe him like $110 million over the next 3 years.
No, I get it. I mean, look, the only way I'll say that is the only reason I am saying that at all is if two things happen. Number one, Tua gets hurt, and number two, we're still competitive and close or winning football games, period. But if we're winning football games the way that Joe Flacco won football games, like that year they went to the Super Bowl, or not Joe Flacco, Trent Dilfer, and he's not, the defenses and the special teams are scoring 1 or 2 touchdowns, and the offense is scoring 1 touchdown a game. Why not kick the tires on Kyler if that's happening, right? If our defense is that legit. If I'm honest, that's the only way. That is the only way I ever. That is the only way I would ever.
That shit terrible. Y'all cooked.
Now, if Miami goes down, or excuse me, if Tua goes down, what do I ultimately think will happen? If I'm honest with myself, the Dolphins, if they're losing games, are going to do whatever they can to get Caleb Williams, whatever that means.
Not happening, Steve.
I'm just telling you.
That's the most unrealistic pipe dream there is with this roster. This roster, if Tua, and I hate to be this cryptic, if Tua died tomorrow, this team's still winning at least 6 games. What is wrong with y'all? You can't get the first pick with this roster. You can't. You just can't do it.
What's being said by Caleb Williams is you can offer 5 first-round picks. Whoever has the first pick won't take it unless they already have their quarterback. Like, that's what they're saying about Caleb Williams.
Yeah, but think about the teams that are going to lose this year besides Arizona, right? Houston's going to lose games this year. Indianapolis is going to lose games this year. Those 2 teams have their quarterback.
No, you're forgetting about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're in full tank mode too.
Well, they're not in full tank mode yet, but they will be come mid-season.
They're in full.
They are starting Baker Mayfield week 1. That tells me a lot. And I truly believe, and I know people think I'm crazy about this, man, but man, I think Tennessee's going to be a bad football team. I just do. I don't know why they went out and got DeAndre Hopkins, because the only thing that makes sense to me about the DeAndre Hopkins mess is they think that they can trade him mid-season and get some first-round draft picks.
Tennessee is not going to be a bad team.
Tennessee, I think Tennessee's going to be a bad team.
Yeah, Tennessee are horrible. Tennessee
What makes you think that, Steven?
I would love to hear this.
I mean, number one, their starting quarterback. Let's be real, right?
You know what his record was before he got hurt, right?
I mean, I hear you. I'm just.
It took him getting hurt in Jackson.
You broke up. I couldn't hear everything you said there, but I'm going to say this: if Tua gets hurt this year, everything is on the table. From trading for Kyler Murray to calling up Tom Brady to straight tanking for Caleb. If Tua gets hurt, every single thing is on the table for the Dolphins. Just understand that.
Tua misses game due to injury. I'm drafting this he has a 5th-year option. He will play that 5th-year option.
If Tua is
down, thank you, Rashad. Rashad know exactly what to do.
His replacement is getting drafted next offseason, and he's going to sit. Tua, you still have a chance to get an extension. Shit. You will play while he learns.
And by the way, I just want to state for the record, I don't think Tua's going to get hurt. I think Tua's going to play the full year. I think he's going to have the best year of his career, and I think the Dolphins are going to be competing for the number 1 seed in the AFC. I legit think that. Legit. I am nervous about their offensive line. I can admit that, but if people are telling me that I need to be okay with the mediocre that they're going to be okay, they're going to be good.
I don't think they're going to be good, Steven. Whoa. I think they're going to be mediocre, serviceable.
I am glad I'm not the owner of the Dolphins because I'd be screaming at somebody about this O-line.
You know what I hate?
Dude, I'd be busting blood vessels.
The offensive line excuse that that Mike McDaniel and Greer gave us was straight cat. Like, you have to spend 2 years in this offense to get it down, and that's what we're going to do with our offensive line. They didn't play last year. They played a combined 60 snaps probably. They were trash. They were hurt. They got benched when they did play. Like, bro, they're not good.
Hey guys, if you want a good sleep, I'm telling you, if you want a sleeper in fantasy, I have a feeling Berrios is going to have a big game, especially if they try to take away the outside receivers.
Just make sure Eichenberg don't start, Steven. That's just my only concern. Just make sure he do not start under no condition.
Secretly.
I don't know. All right. Miami Sports Music's number 1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We're going to do final thoughts of the day. I'm going to start with Andrevius. Andrevius, final thought of the day, man.
Fins up, pussy hoe.
Love you, bro. D'Angelo, final thought of the day.
Just get the win up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure Eichenberg don't start. Because if he start and it don't go right, then I already know we're going to hear from you, Steven.
You already know. All right, I appreciate it, D'Angelo. Be good, man. Todd, final thought of the day, Todd.
Hey, I don't care how we win. I just want to win.
All I do is win, no matter what.
It. Fins up.
Fins up, baby. Rashad, final thought, baby.
I'm with Todd. Just win the game. I prefer a blowout. Just win. And the Lakers got Christian Wood.
Hey, bro. Hey, they look good, don't they? LeBron about to go after this ring, cuz.
All right, Steven.
The Los Angeles LeBron's about to go after this ring, cuz. Hey, Rashad, I am so excited about that. I saw that and was like, whoa, let's go. That's such a huge signing. Such a huge signing. I'm excited to see that LeBron team this year. That LeBron team is going to be good. Those Los Angeles LeBrons. Y'all know how I feel about my boy LeBron. Shout out. Shout out to the Orioles, too. Man, they out here winning games. Orioles going to go to the World Series, baby. They're going to win 100 games and go to the World Series. Love it. Love it. I'm not a Lakers fan, Cruz. I'm a LeBron fan. That's why. Los Angeles LeBrons. I don't even call them the Lakers. I call them the Los Angeles LeBrons. By the way, if you're a big basketball fan, you want to see, if you're a sports fan at all, go check out Winning Time. Best show on HBO Max right now. Love it on Max, whatever it is, HBO. Winning Time, you have to go watch. Go watch season 1, get caught up with season 2. It is absolutely amazing. It's so good. John C. Reilly plays Dr. Jerry Buss. My man who plays Jerry West, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but he's so good. So good. The guy that they got to play Magic Johnson, spot on. Spot on. I mean, spot on of how Magic is. And Jason Segel just, his character just got fired into the show, but man, Jason Segel's great. And the guy that got paying Pat Riley is Adrian Brody, and he is an awesome Pat Riley. Awesome Pat Riley. So you got to go watch that show, Winning Time. If you have not seen it, go watch it. It is awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right, guys. Thursday's tomorrow. Gonna have a good show tomorrow. Throwback Thursday. My man will be on Cameron 954. Myself. We're gonna talk a lot about what we kind of talked about today. Also, go and we should also have. We're gonna give our picks for week 1 with Tamaris. Tamaris is coming on tomorrow, so don't miss that. Tamaris from F-Boy Island and now Jersey Shore All-Star Cast. Celebrity All-Star picks or celebrity picks. We're going to be doing that tomorrow. It's going to be good. Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. I'm excited to watch or to see those. So be prepared for your picks. Get those tomorrow. And yeah, we're going to start everything. It's going to be fun. All right. I love you guys. You guys are the best fans in the world. It has been a great Wildin' Out Wednesday. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hit the like button. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Clock Blockers, the #1 Miami fan morning show. Peace.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Biz for life, we throw the